Do you want to make a ferment? You want to make one? That's Lila, everybody. Hi, welcome to my channel. It's me, Mackenzie, and I'm going to be making some fermented carrots with a kick. I am going to be using organic carrots. I did not grow these. But I did grow my serrano pepper, and I've kept it in the freezer over the winter, and I still got more peppers up there. So I'm going to use that. And the other things that I will need is, I got this on Amazon, my So Light Fermenting Kit, and I will link descriptions down in, links down in the description. I will do that. So, yeah, let's just do it. Now, I like fermented carrots with the kick. Excuse me, I forgot my salt. Because they're good for your gut. It's a prebiotic. It helps build the good bacteria, the good flora in your gut. So, I do like the ferments for that reason. And I found this recipe in the recipe book that came with, and I think that happens to be in the box. Yes. And I found this recipe for fermented firecracker carrot. But instead of using jalapeno, since I ran out of those, I just used a small serrano. And it didn't make it too spicy after fermenting it for 7 days. It just gave it a nice kick without being overwhelming. And it was just a really good snack that I had a hard time putting down. So I'm going to make quart size this time, because last time I fermented in a pint. This bad boy is going down to my canning drawer. Go get my peeler out. Over that one. There it is. And then I'm going to be using my little composting here, the indoor compost collector. It's not that pretty, but whatever, it does the job. Save the scraps in there and then take it out to the compost bin, and I gotta tackle that this weekend, the compost bin, and I'll show you why in the video. Nice Cuisinart knife there. And then, as much as I'd love to cut these up into matchsticks like I did last time, I just think it's going to be a lot easier and faster just to cut them up in circles, so I'm just going to do it that way. But you definitely can and do it with the matchsticks. Or just any size of strip you would want. Okay. Oh yeah, I did get a new tripod. I got some Amazon mail yesterday, and I'll put the link to the tripod in the description too. It's kind of, there we go. Now, I'm going to be doubling this, so I'm going to put in extra salt. 2 tablespoons of salt. Okay, so I will make that 4. So here I have pink Himalayan salt. Now you can use whatever salt you want to use except for iodized table salt. You don't want the iodine in there. It causes discoloration, and I guess it makes your ferments bad. I don't know, I use pink Himalayan salt just because it's got like 85 trace minerals in it and whatever, so I just use that for everything. So, I guess one of these spoonfuls I could just do a little under then, huh? Yeah, this next one's just going to be like a halfie. Alright. It says the instructions say to dissolve it in water. I don't remember if I did that last time I made this recipe or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and add some water in there anyway. I'll fill it up to there because I don't know how many carrots I'm going to put in it yet. I'm pretty new to fermenting. I do have fermented sauerkraut going on a shelf. And I'm making longer content because I also got a 128 gigabyte SD card. Woohoo! So all those things are really wonderful, and I'm so glad to have them. I'm so blessed. Ran away. Runaway carrots. You also got to do a little snacking while you're cooking. It's just required. Make sure your hands are super clean when you start. Before you start your recipe though, and that all surfaces and stuff are super clean, because you don't want to add bad bacteria to your ferment. Yes, I have cut myself many a time. Alright, now I'm going to slice up this serrano just because it keeps staring at me and I want to get it out of my way. going in the compost. Oh, that's a thick, tough carrot. Should have maybe sharpened my knife prior to this, huh? Now, if I would have had my food processor, maybe I could have shredded it a little bit different with that, but that's at my grandma's house, so I'll have to get that some other time. I don't know if the smaller sizes, like super tiny sauces, would mean it would ferment faster. I don't know. I would assume that, but I wouldn't know until I try it. Although these pieces aren't very uniformly cut in the same thickness, so I guess I'll experiment with that way. We'll find out. All right, I'm getting pretty full here. Oh, yeah, compost those. So now I got to do something about this. But what? Just try this. Ooh, that's messier. Messier. Don't like that. I'm going to have salt water to clean up. You don't want to fill it up so full because we're going to have to weigh this down to keep it under the brine so it ferments properly and doesn't become like bacteria. Because these are like petri dishes. But what are you growing in your petri dish? All right. Let's see what that looks like with the weight in there. Come on. It was hooked on phonics on other lids in there. Oh, so nice. Okay. Then I forgot my fermenting lid. There's the fermenting lid, and so with these, I never have to burp them. Now these little gaskets fall off, but they're easy to put back on. I will say that, but there's a little hole up there that'll naturally let the air out so you never have to burp it. And so you see how all of the vegetables and everything is sitting under that weight, under the brine. I do have a serrano popping up over here on the side of the weight, but I'm not worried about it because it's under that brine. So now, what I'm going to do next is take my, oh, I forgot, the vinegar. I just keep a little jar of vinegar on the table with just some the aluminum foil over it because I don't have a lid, and I thought, well, this will make a nice convenient way for me to be able to do this. So clean the inside and everything off above the brine line. That way we are not growing bad bacteria. We're making sure everything sits under that. And then I'm going to clean outside of the ring. And then might as well go ahead and make sure my lid's really clean too. Pop that bad boy on top. I'm trying to make sure it stays centered in there, and then I'm going to just hand tight put it on there. That's fine. And then I'm going to suck out air. And the directions say to use this and suck it out until it gets hard. It gets hard to pull. But if you can kind of see down here that it's starting to pull bubbles up. On this side I can see it. So I'm just going to keep pumping until it gets hard or difficult to pull. It's becoming a bit difficult, so I'm just going to stop there. No need to overdo it. I'm going to find out the day's date and then mark when it's ready. Today is Friday the 19th, so now I have to make a label for it and find out 2 weeks later is, that way I know when my ferment's done. 2 weeks later would be April 2nd. Okay. April 2nd is 2 weeks later. So I'm going to slap this on here. Put 4, 2, just like that. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Me and my blondness. And I hope God bless you guys. Thank you for coming.